Hello. In this video I want to just give a little explanation about the next homework assignment called the bracket checker. If we look under weekly lessons and right here, here's the assignment, brackets program. And so for this program we're going to use this, we're going to write a method, brackets method called check. And this method will be contained in the class called bracket checker. The method will check for each left delimiter, and delimiter is a curly brace, a bracket, or a parentheses. And for each left delimiter, you want to make sure a right delimiter exists, a parenthesis, a bracket, and a curly brace, and in the correct order. And then you give an example where I show a curly brace, bracket, parenthesis, 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 bracket, curly brace. And that would come and return true, saying for every left delimiter, there was a corresponding right delimiter, and in the proper order. However, if I gave the next one where it was curly brace, bracket, parenthesis, parenthesis, and then parenthesis, bracket, curly brace, an error should be flagged at index 5. And index 5 would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we expected a parenthesis, instead we got a bracket. The method would return false since an error occurred. Since we're using delimiters and they're last in, first out, if you look at it, the last one in on the, what do I want to say, the left delimiter should be the first one out on the right delimiter. We're going to use a stack to ensure that these delimiters are paired correctly. And the user will enter the delimiters with the main method, and these delimiters will be passed to the bracket checker class through the constructor. And I've given you the main method that you use. And when you turn in your assignment, give me the main method back also. It makes it easier for me to grade your assignment. Do not make any modifications to the main method. Use it as given. And also you should use the stack X class given in the previous lesson. There is a stack X class. Use that to create your stack. So you should have a class with your main method in there. You should have another class called bracket checker. And you should have a third class called stack X. And so let me show you the program a little bit. Here we go. Here's the main method that I've given you. And let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Here's the main method. And basically what we're doing is we're going to enter a string containing delimiters. And if we have nothing there, that's going to equal quit. Flag will be set to false, and we'll get out of the while, and we'll just send the whole thing. Otherwise, we're going to create a class called the checker, and we're going to put the bracket checker, and we're going to send as input whatever I typed in. Now, if this comes back false, we're just going to get out and do it again if you want to. Otherwise, if it's true, it's going to come out and say the delimiters are all correct, there were no errors. So let's run the program. You can see it down here as I run it. Make this a little bigger. And here we go. I can even put numbers and letters in there, it doesn't matter. I could say something like, let's see, 7 times, and let's put a bracket here. Oops, that's not a times. Times, and I'll put a bracket here. 6 plus 5. Let's put parenthesis. 7 plus 5. Now I have a parenthesis, put a bracket, and I'll just put a curly brace. That should come back true. Everything's good. Because we see we have a curly brace here, bracket here, parenthesis here, parenthesis here. So let's try it. The delimiters are correct. There were no errors. So I'm just going to put some delimiters in. Let's see, I put that, that, that. Then I'll put 1, 2, 3. But this time I'm only going to put 1 bracket. And I'm going to put 2. I'll put 3 curly braces. And let's see what comes back from that. Error at 11. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It got, and it says here, it got a curly brace instead of a bracket. So it said, okay, that was wrong. So that's what the program's supposed to do. And like I said, use the StackX program from the last lesson. You can use that to create your stack using an array. It shows you how to do the push and the pop and everything else. And then you can also have a, like I said, another class called Bracket Checker, which will check. As you put these things in, it'll check for a curly brace, it'll check for a bracket, it'll check for a parenthesis, and if it's on the right facing, is that right facing, I guess, it will push it onto a stack. As it comes to the left facing, it will pop it from a stack and see if they match. What you can use to do that is you could probably use oh, my mind's gone blank. You can use a switch statement, a case statement, and switch on the character. And if it's forward bracing, push it on the stack. If it's left facing, pop it from the stack, what's on there, and see if the left facing matches the right facing. So try something like that. That is the homework. Email me if you have any questions, and hopefully the class is going well for you again. And also on the discussion board, if you have any comments on what you'd like to see in this class or what you don't understand, put on the discussion board also. Have a good week, and talk to you next time.